of July, and there's going to be some weigh-ins, and there's going to be the fight the very next day. All right, I want to talk about a couple things, and it's just very interesting, and I just want to talk about them. Now, I've heard some arguments, one side or the other, for Crawford versus Spence. I've been listening to different people. You could tell when they pick sides and they're rocking with their guy, and that's all right. It's cool. But at the end of the day, I haven't changed my mind about these fighters and this fight. They both are very intense. They both want to go in there and hurt each other. They both, have strong wills to win, and they both are just as skilled, in different ways. Now, something that that Errol Spence said that's very interesting is he said that Terrence Crawford is not as skilled as him. He said Terrence Crawford may be more talented, but he's not as skilled as him. And that really is interesting, because skills are taught. Talent is whatever you bring to the table. God gifted is your reflexes and that kind of stuff. But skills is taught. Right. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Down to skill and blah, 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 blase, blase. I don't really listen to Antonio Tarver on that, because he knows it's about skills. Those are tools you need to have. And those skills must be, as they say, muscle memory. You must, you pull the skills out for whatever it is you bring. That's the fundamental of boxing. You ain't got skills, you can get your ass beat. Unless you run at them really irregular, unorthodox fighters. You know what I mean? Usually the fundamentally sound boxer usually wins. But having said that, Terrence Crawford bring a lot to the table, so. Both fighters, man, they believe they gonna stomp on the other fighter. They believe that they can beat the other fighter. Now, people say, well, Errol was telling Terrence to calm down, keep his composure. Remember, Terrence and Errol are not going to be fighting the fans in that ring. They're going to be fighting each other. They had to stay focused. Do I think the Terrence outburst to a fan makes a difference in the end? No. Errol also addressed the fans. Remember when the day before, when they were talking about he's a goldfish, and he said, I ain't no goldfish, I'm a big fish. He answered them back as well in an interview. So addressing a fan and putting them in a place is not a problem. I think it's how you go about doing it. You should just keep your composure, not lose your cool. But some people lose their composure anyway, and it works for them in fights, so you never know. But what I could say is that both fighters right now look in tip-top shape. Mentally, they're out there to go and murk each other. And it really makes for a very, very exciting fight. It really will make for a very exciting fight. Their intention is if they slip up, if anybody slip up in there, they about to take it to the hilt. They about to try and get rid of them. And that's a good fight. I heard some statements that, and I'm going to always go back to Errol, because Errol's right now the underdog. Errol's the guy that they're underestimating. Everybody's underestimating clearly, except for Terrence Crawford. They're saying that Errol hasn't shown us he can fight off the back foot, and he can box. That's what Antonio Tarver said, which makes no sense to me. He boxed Danny Garcia, and at points he boxed Sean Porter on the back foot. So Errol can box off the back foot. He can. When he's sparring much, much bigger guys than him, he's not going forward all the time. He's boxing off the back foot, obviously. So Errol's an Olympian as well. So that's like saying Triple G can't box off the back foot. Errol's a much better fighter than Triple G. So I think the difference was Errol approaches everything from a fundamental perspective. He's got athleticism and all of that, but he approaches things fundamentally. Another thing that was interesting is Derek James saying that Terrence Crawford will not show you what he's going to do in a fight, in a press workout. He's not going to show you, and Errol's not going to show you what they're going to do in the fight in a press workout. So he can forget about that. So it's interesting when he said that, because sometimes we take press workouts and we think that's, well, okay, this is what they're going to do. But there's a lot of stuff, game plans and stuff that we're not aware of, right? So we really have to wait till we have to wait till excuse me, I'm now hiccuping. We have to wait until fight night to really see what their game plan is and so on. And I can't wait to talk about the fight in real time. However, I still don't have all my resources to be able to do that. So y'all will have to wait a little bit more, see if I can get the resources. Otherwise, I'll have to watch the fight without streaming it. I would love to stream, not the fight, but stream my response to the fight while watching it. We'll see. You never know. Things can still work out. But yeah, it's a fantastic fight, and I'm hoping that we really get something special, which looks like that's something that we're gonna see. You know what I mean? All right, that's it for me when it comes to that. There's some other videos I'm gonna be posting up. We're gonna be posting up some videos on Composure next. And you can check out my Facebook group. It's called Boxing Today, Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow. Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow. You check that out on Facebook if you want. But until then, that's where I'll do breakdown of fights and stuff like that. And until then, I am what you need. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.